Hey. 10 items Shaquille O'Neal owns that cost more than your life. Shaquille O'Neal had an outstanding 19 years in the NBA. Once he retired from the NBA, he found other ways to bring in more profit by just marketing himself and putting himself out there. He's one of the best athletes turned businessmen who currently is making more money annually than he made in the NBA. Shaq has gone on plenty of business ventures and has made some of the smartest investments he could make. Shaq is currently working on TNT for the show Inside the NBA, but when he's not working, he's investing in taking on different business avenues. He's hit almost every sector and is well on his way to helping his entire family's wealth for eras. Here are 10 items that Shaq owns that cost more than your life. His businesses. Shaquille O'Neal dominated the NBA for 19 years. Before retiring, he made a name for himself as a media personality and commentator with TNT, and he's done an incredible job on air. Once Shaq retired, he became a consummate businessman with a bunch of profitable ventures. O'Neal earned an estimated $292 million during his playing career. Because he was smart with his money, his investments and business ideas have made him more money than his playing career ever did. Today, Shaq is currently worth over $350 million, and day by day and night by night, the numbers reach even higher, with his business portfolio growing and reaching new heights. Few people know how far his entrepreneurship goes. O'Neal loves the spotlight and will never step away from the media spotlight. Even then, he's chosen to play it very smart with his investment, and he doesn't flaunt that part of his life. Shaq develops a business plan and makes it happen. Shaq has already won big in plenty of different sectors. Restaurant successes. Shaq loves food. Don't we all? But did you know that he owns 155 locations of Five Guys franchise? Shaq is the owner of more than 10% of the company's franchises. Burgers and fries are on Shaq. He gets paid to eat Five Guys basically thanks to his annual profit. Shaq is also heavily invested in Auntie Annie's The Pretzel Company, and he currently owns 17 of these across the nation. Clearly, Shaq is a successful restaurant franchisee. A large portion of the more than $20 million that Shaq makes each year from endorsement deals revolve around food. He has endorsements with Fruity Pebbles, Muscle Milk, Vitamin Water, and Arizona Cream Soda. Those are just a few of the food companies and brands that have endorsed him. Shaq's smart with his food investments and endorsements. He only chooses businesses with products that he actually uses. He's turned down a number of high-profile opportunities like Wheaties and Starbucks. He doesn't eat those particular products and wants his business dealings to be authentic. Although Shaq was a big dude, he was able to play 19 years in the NBA. He was an amazing athlete and was able to stay on the court throughout his career even though he was aging. That's hard to do for any athlete. Well, think about it for a 7-foot heavy dude. That's impressive. Therefore, Shaq owns many gyms. In fact, he owns 40 24-hour fitness locations. O'Neal actually put his own touch on all of the details, and it's actually a reflection of his commitment to fitness and living an active lifestyle. Of course, picking a well-known, successful brand like 24-hour fitness to invest in is looking like a smart move. Shaq makes a solid sum of money each year from his gyms. Shaq, the tech investor. Did you know that Shaq has a doctorate degree? Shaq got in as a Google investor before the company went public. Obviously, this was an incredible business move to make. Before Google went public in 2004, the company stock traded at $85 per share. Now, one share of Google cost over $700. Shaq's stock portfolio is more than just Google. It's noted that he regularly trades penny stock for fun and has other significant investments. O'Neal has also invested in Loyal3, the San Francisco startup revolves around giving individuals IPO access. Real estate. Many athletes will take on investing in real estate as it's very profitable if done right. Some will earn tens of millions per year from their ventures, and Shaq is one of them. He has stakes in both residential and commercial properties. In 2006, Shaq created the O'Neal Group, which has an impressive portfolio. The first project that Shaq invested in through this venture was the Met Miami, which has more than 1,000 units. Also in Las Vegas, he's part owner of nightclubs. Shaq is a good partier, and he's figured out how to mix business with pleasure. Shaq has also invested in Newark, New Jersey properties, including Cineplex 12, which is a theater that has been renovated and highly profitable ever since. Newark is where Shaq was originally from, so he wanted to give back to his hometown. Auto industry mogul? O'Neal is always approached by individuals and 10 companies with various endorsement and business proposals. He turns down most opportunities, but this company received a yes from Shaq. The company is the General Auto Insurance Company, which sells insurance in 44 U.S. states. Commercials feature that interesting mascot. It's been interesting to see how Shaq fits in as the General's new guy. Shaq's ties to the company go back to when he was in college. When he was in college at Louisiana State University, Shaq insured his Ford Bronco through the General. He appreciated the service at LSU and liked how a representative helped him figure out which coverage was best for his needs. At the time, Shaq didn't know anything about buying auto insurance. In LSU, it was a lesson that he took with him. Shaq is still a customer of the General, and it seems everything has come full circle after all. Shaq's personality is very energetic and fun. That means every business venture that he gets involved in needs to reflect him as a person. Shaq also owns 150 car washes. Clearly, Shaq has some ambitious investments. Whatever he touches will soon turn into gold. That's why everyone wants Shaq on their team. Shaq's house. When buying a house, a 7'1", 325-pound center needs the perfect fit. The former NBA center was one of the best big men and basketball players of all time with the LSU Tigers, Orlando Magic, Miami Heat, and LA Lakers. Shaq's net worth is ridiculous. His shoe size is even more ridiculous. Shaq's children are already as tall as he is and will probably play professional sports just like their dad. Shaquille O'Neal's mansion is ridiculous too. The mansion is a short drive from Orlando, Florida, and includes 12 bedrooms, and it has 35,000 square feet in his home that sits on 3 acres in the gated golf community of Islesworth in Windermere. Shaq actually debuted his mansion on MTV Cribs after purchasing it for just under $4 million in 1993. Inside the mansion, you'll find an indoor basketball court, a bed big enough to fit him on it, a 100-foot swimming pool, a chef's kitchen, an Egyptian-themed aquarium room, a room with plenty of memorabilia from his playing days, and a big cigar bar and lounge with a walk-in humidor. Shaq recently put the mansion on the market in 2018 for $28 million, but no one wanted to purchase the Florida mansion. He has dropped the price to $22 million in 2019, but nobody has given in just yet. Many people would want to live in that house, but for the price, it's hard to find any takers. Imagine his master bedroom. He's a big Superman, and his size of mattress he sleeps on is 15 feet long and 30 feet wide. It covers 450 square feet, bigger than most rooms in my house. A California king bed is just 42 square feet. What's a mansion without supercars too? Shaq has a car garage capable of fitting 17 cars. One is a show car garage that comes with a fitness center, and the other features a dance and recording studio because Shaq used to be a rapper early in his career. During quarantine, Shaq can still hoop as he has an indoor basketball court in his house. Shaq probably still needs to work on his free throw shooting. The court takes up 6,000 square feet and has a massive Miami Heat logo sitting in the middle of the court, with the walls consisting of plenty of memorabilia from his playing days. Shaq also has a resort-style pool in his house. He calls it the Shaqapulco. It's a 95-foot-long swimming pool that overlooks Orlando's Lake Butler. Shaq has his own dock and has features like a swim-up bar and a rock waterfall. Shaq's California mansion. Shaq is also selling his Bell Canyon, California mansion for just $2.5 million. This isn't his top investment in terms of mansions, but it's still a hefty price. It's outside of LA, and the home comes with 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a family room, 2 dining rooms, a formal living room, a media room, and a master suite with 2 walk-in closets. In the backyard, you'll see a fire pit, a heated pool, and a jacuzzi. It's located in a gated community property, and it's also just walking distance to a community center with a nice-looking gym and tennis courts. Shaq likely realized he doesn't need all 3 houses. He's been living in Atlanta recently, where he works on TNT's Inside the NBA. Jewelry. Shaq collaborated with an upscale jewelry store named Zales for his men's jewelry line. Shaq's jewelry line with Zales featured 36 individual pieces, all below $500. Shaq wanted to give people an affordable option when it came to jewelry. Former NBA star collaborated with a husband and wife team in creating his collection. He helped make suggestions and added small details, but left most of the work to the designers. A lot of people ask me, why do a jewelry line with Zales? They do great work, Shaq said. They're all about style and sophistication. I'm all about style and sophistication. I thought it was a great idea for us to team up. Shaq started this line smartly with Father's Day approaching. Zales has expanded the line of men's jewelry to all of its 700-plus locations across the globe, including Zales Jewelers and Zales outlet stores. The collection that was influenced by the big man includes bracelets, cross pendants, and men's diamond earrings. which were made in stainless steel with and without black plating and diamonds. Price points for the jewelry range from $60 to $1,200, although the line was originally supposed to be under $500 for every piece. O'Neal said he wanted to create a men's jewelry line based on his own shopping experience. Today, men want to look stylish and sharp in all aspects of their wardrobe, he said. My goal with the Zales collection is to bring men fashion-forward jewelry designs that are affordable as well as sleek. The senior vice president of merchandising at Zales Jewelers, Michelle Chapa-Fowler, said that the company has seen, quote, overwhelming responses for the collection from our guests, especially during peak holiday times like Father's Day. Shoes. Dating back to his NBA days, Shaquille O'Neal was signed by the Reebok sneaker company. They created their line called Shaq Attack, which were sneakers through Reebok when Shaq was drafted by the Orlando Magic in 1992. Shaq has since expressed an interest in buying the company that helped him reach new heights in the NBA. The company is not officially for sale, however. Even if it was, Reebok would probably cost billions of dollars. Reebok is not an individual company anymore. In 2005, Reebok was purchased by Adidas. At the time, Adidas paid a reported $3.8 billion for Reebok, and now there's been no indication that Adidas is interested in selling off the Reebok brand. Still, Shaq is dreaming. Shaq loves these big deals. He's the on-screen chief fun officer for Carnival Cruise Lines, and he's done plenty of other TV and radio commercials for plenty of companies and services. He's also part owner of many companies, and he's joined the board of directors of the Papa John's Pizza Company, and he's in process of purchasing several of the company's pizza outlets in the Atlanta area where he resides currently. He's dominated with brand partnerships and has become recognizable to more people than just basketball fans now. Shaq is already involved with one business that has sports connections. The company is called the Authentic Brands Group, and they recently bought the magazine Sports Illustrated. In an interview with cable TV business channel CNBC, Shaq talked wanting to go after Reebok and buy that company. O'Neal told CNBC that Adidas's corporate ownership of Reebok has resulted in what he said was the Reebok brand being diluted so much that it's almost gone. He continued, quote, if they don't want it, let me have it. I want to bring Reebok back to basketball and to fitness. Shaq's endeavors and partnerships include Icy Hot and Gold Bond brands. He's the spokesman for Buick cars and SUVs, and he personally owns over 100 retail businesses. Shaq figured out a way to get into the clothing business with his Peerless and XLG collections being sold through JCPenney stores. If Shaq could buy Reebok, that would be his largest deal ever. Adidas generates about $2 billion annually through footwear and accessory sales, and the entire brand has about $8 billion in annual sales. It would be interesting if Adidas wanted to sell Reebok. Currently, that's out of the question. Time is ticking and Shaq wants to buy Reebok. All in all, though, it's very unlikely that he'll be able to buy Reebok, but that's the kind of businessman he is. Most NBA players waste their money on stupid things, while Shaq found a way to turn his fortunes into even more fortunes. Those are the people we all need to hang around.